everybody, today we will be making Hamburger Helper from scratch. I had a previous coworker who actually did this and it was delicious, and I was like, after trying this I can never go back to the box. So I want to try it, and what I do is I go to Pinterest and I look at a couple of different recipes and I see what I like and I try to make it my own. So here we go. So here are some of the ingredients that I'm using. I use two small cans of beef broth, seasoned all by Morton, rotini noodles, Borden's mild cheddar, shredded cheddar cheese, onion powder, and garlic powder. And you can use whatever brand you're comfortable with, but these are the brands that I'm comfortable with and that I know are going to taste good. So stick with what you know. I am using ground beef, 73% lean, 27% fat. I got this from my local Rouses. So it is a thick chunk of meat. And what you want to do is start browning your meat. I brown my meat and boil my noodles at the same time. I don't think that I have to show y'all how to boil noodles. I hope I don't have to show y'all how to boil noodles. But I am using a pound. This was 1.5 pounds. So I'm gonna use, I bought 2 pounds. This is another one. So I'm only gonna use half of that. You can store the rest of it in a Ziploc bag, make you some tacos later on, or do this again. But make sure you put the rest of your meat up, because we've had some oops moments where we've left it out on accident. So just make sure, please, because meat is expensive. And you just want to chop your meat up as you go. Break it down as much as you can. I use a spatula for this, to do this. Now as your meat is browning, you want to put onion powder. I'm sorry, that's garlic powder. Onion powder and garlic powder. You want to season it up real nice. And it's going to start creating juice. So as it browns and it gets juicy, you want to start draining it. And I'm from Louisiana, so garlic powder and onion powder ain't enough, baby. This is our, hold on, let me show, get it in the camera. This is our bread and butter. This, besides Tony's sachets. So, yeah. Put a little bit of that up now. Although if you do use onion powder and garlic powder, you don't need that. And vice versa. But if you've ever been there, our stuff is well seasoned. So I didn't have to be too heavy with the seasoning. But season it to your liking. If you can't take the season off, the Morton's is too much for you, then leave it at the garlic powder and the onion powder if you can't have it. But there is some, because I know some people can't have so much salt. There are some that contain less salt or no salt at all. So definitely use what you can use health-wise when we're thinking about health. So that is browning nicely. It's browning nicely. I'm just excited. This is my first time cooking this from scratch. The only other time I had it from scratch was my coworker doing this. So this is, me doing this is just totally not knowing what to expect. Draining your meat will help it cook evenly and faster. If you don't want to use canned beef broth, basically this is one of the bases of making beef broth from scratch. The juice. That's what we'll call it, the juice. Although we know what it really is, but okay. It looks like everything is brown, and you don't want it burnt because that'll ruin your meal. So you definitely need to stand by this. And I've come a long way. I can cook, I just don't like to. I used to didn't like to stand by it and watch it and be patient and love on it. You have to love on your food. You have to sit there and move it around and stir it and make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. You can't neglect it. It's like a kid. You wouldn't leave an infant in a room by itself. So the same thing with your food. And it smells so good, y'all. Oh my gosh. This brings back childhood memories. So I think everything, I just like to kind of look around. I like my meat cooked. So, that looks browned enough. Just waiting on the noodles to finish up doing its thing. Hamburger Helper is one of those meals that remind you of your childhood when you had to stretch $1. And I thought that it was important for me to show this because I wasn't born with a spoon in my mouth. I have had to learn as an adult how to change things that I'm doing, how to switch it up a little bit, how to be a little more frugal. And this is one of those classic meals that almost every child loves. If you are lactose intolerant, you can use almond milk, you can use coconut milk, whatever you can tolerate. In some cases, you may have to work with water, depending on your allergies. I know people have different things. And I think there's also like vegan cheeses and vegan types of meat. Well, you know what I mean. Like, it's really vegan. It's not really meat, but it gives you the illusion that it's meat. You know what I mean? So I've seen those in the stores. So if there's something that doesn't sit well with you or that you don't agree upon, you can always change the recipes. And no, I do not know how much seasoning to put in this. I just kind of sprinkle it until the ancestors say, okay, child, that's enough. Or, oh, put a little bit more in there. Yeah, so like my grandma said, when you can cook, you can cook. I mean, I didn't have much to go off of with that. So just what I would suggest and what I had to learn to do was put a little bit in there. Don't overdo it at first. Put a little bit in there. Taste that. If it needs some more, put a little bit more in there. That's what they mean by that. Those older folks that wouldn't give out their recipes and secrets and didn't know how to measure stuff or whatever. Because I mean, I go in Louisiana and I ask everybody, well, how much, like, for example, red beans, how much water you put in red beans? Child, I don't know, but they red beans be so great. So yeah, I don't know. Start with like a teaspoon. I see that's the popular thing with seasoning on the recipes. So start with either a teaspoon or a tablespoon. It's one of the two. So start with maybe around that, and then if it's not enough for you, sprinkle a little more into the ancestors. Just let them guide you through. So yes, but I want to share meals that every family can enjoy, no matter what your budget is. And I honestly got almost all of my ingredients on sale. So check your papers, your local papers. We have Rousers, Winn-Dixie, Albertsons isn't close to me, but that's just a couple of local stores. And of course, you know, everybody should have a super Walmart, but you can get any kind of cheese that you like, because I know some things is popular amongst others that's not so popular amongst the rest. So all right, let's get back into it. You're gonna start by putting your beef broth in. I started with one of the cans because I don't want my noodles sticking to the bottom. You're gonna put your beef in. This is gonna be beefy. Let's see. Well, might as well finish it off. It ain't much. You're gonna put your beef in. Stir it around. Give it a good stir. Okay. Then I like to go ahead and put my cheese in before I put any more wet ingredients. Because that cheese, once it starts to melt, it's gonna need a little help from the wet ingredients to cook down. And I bought, this is what the cheese looks like. Okay. I got these 3 for $5. I said, look at me coming up. All right. You just want to stir because you don't want your noodles sticking to the bottom. And you want that cheese to melt. You can see it melting down. How does that smell, y'all?
It smells so good.
Oh my God. I think this might be a game changer. I think I just changed the game. I might not even need another pack of cheese. Babe! Come here. Come tell me. Look, I'm not gonna put you on camera. Come tell me if you think it'll need more cheese. Look at that.
That's good.
Put this. Alright, I'm gonna put this. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I need another can of broth either. I don't think I need another can of broth. I think one can was just good enough. And that was a 10 and a half. I used Campbell's and that was a 10 and a half ounce can. It smells really good. I'm gonna turn this fire off. Baby. And if you have a larger family, of course you need to double You may use both of the cans, maybe 4 packs of the cheese, and 2 boxes of the rotini noodles. But that's all you need. I mean, you're not gonna spend an arm and a leg, and so you might have leftovers. Who don't like leftovers? So my daughter is gonna taste test it, and she's gonna let me know how it tastes. You like it? For real? And she's picky. She's very picky. Really? Alright. So I'm going to let her eat and cut this off. Okay, y'all. So that was my Hamburger Helper recipe, tutorial, whatever you want to call it. They loved it. They just ate the mess out of it. I had them taste test it and they ate the whole thing. And they are picky eaters. So if you have picky eaters, this may become a staple in your household. Some of the recipes I wanted to address this. Some of the recipes did call for putting milk in it. If that's your thing, go with it. If you want to put a little milk in there, a little water, or whatever you want. But the broth was enough for me. I just felt like that was too much cow. You know, I tried to not overdo it. We are very mindful now of like how much we put of what in our foods. So, and it's worked out great for us. So if you want to go ahead and put milk in it, although we don't drink dairy milk, we drink almond milk. If you want to add that also too into it, but the broth was enough for us. We didn't need to do all of that. What I did was just enough, and my picky eaters love it. And season it to how you like it. So if this was helpful to you, if you like it, if you want to see more, if there is something else that you want to see made, drop a comment below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Check out all of my other videos. I'm going to have tutorials on DIY, cooking, a lot of things that I love. And until next time, have a great day.